So we're back for UPA Week 8. This is going to be the final battle of this league. I am officially out of playoffs. I was out of playoffs for a little while, but Maki is still in playoffs. She has brought a Terra Poison Hydrapple and a Terra Poison Great Tusk. My team's going to be in the description down below, and you'll be able to see the matchup on the screen. I'm a little bit surprised to not see the Zamazenta crowned, but everything else I pretty much expected. My strategy here is just to lead with Thunderous, no matter what they brought. So good luck, have fun to Maki. Let's see what she is led with. Sailor Mars. Okay, straight with the Roaring Moon. That was not on my bingo card. So I'm just going to Focus Blast. We'll be able to get... It's Scarfed. Okay, so that doesn't KO us. We're going to get rid of our Life Orb. But we are going to get some massive damage off on this, so that is very good for us. We do not get the KO. They're probably... Well, probably they have to be going for... No, they could just be faster than us, obviously. This would be like they're going for a knockoff again. They could have just been faster. But I'm pretty sure it's Scarf to be leading off like that. They are going to get bopped out with the red card. Oh, okay, it doesn't work like that. Never mind then. So I am just going to go for my Toxic Spikes here. Because if the Great Tusk doesn't come in here, then it means it would have to come in on the Poison Spike or Toxic Spikes. So it does come in. Alright. So it is booster speed attack. Yeah, so this is getting a KO. There is no doubt about that. See, now there's a massive part of me that is just like this thing is going to be going for its rapid spin. So I want to go into Dragon Ball. Then I'm also like, it could just EQ to get its KO. It needs the speed, so I'm gonna go Dragon Ball. This might be a throw, but it needs to get its speed with the rapid spin boost. So yeah, we're going to withdraw. We're going into Dragon Ball. We're going to see what they do. Hopefully they spin, and we can block that. It's basically my best option, I think. They just go for the Headlong Rush, and that's a dead Dragon Ball. And I don't think the crit mattered there, because it was booster attack. So yeah, that is unfortunate, actually. Yeah, so this is Keldeo time. Keldeo has to come in here. The Hydrapple is the obvious switch. Like, painfully obvious. Hydro Pump will definitely KO this. Yeah, I forgot about the Terra on this. I knew this was going to be a quick game. Like I said, I'm not in playoffs, so I haven't gone uber hard on prep. I just wanted to bring some things that I haven't brought much, really. And Great Tusk is just going to run into all of those. So they are going to withdraw. The Hydrapple is definitely coming in here, because what else would they go into? Sailor Jupiter is going to be the Tinkaton. Okay. We land the Hydro Pump, and another one will not KO. That's a shame. But now I can go into my Overquill. And then I'm going to click Liquidation on the next turn, I think, with Overquill. This is probably going to go for its Stealth Rocks, which will get the KO on Thundy if I don't get to Rapid Spin. Or I could just go for Gigaton. I'm just going to play rough. So that does the whole square root of nothing. So I Liquidation on the incoming Tusk, I think. Yeah, I'm going to Liquidation because the Tusk is probably coming in. And I'd like to get some good damage on it. And they are going to withdraw, or they could go into Hydrapple, predicting that, I guess. Sailor Mercury, I'm pretty sure that was the Great Tusk. It is the Great Tusk. So they are going to be poisoned, which is nice. So they're going to be taking 12% at the end of the turn. We're going to get off the Liquidation. That does a massive amount of damage. It was great, okay. So return great, like I said. Oh, and we get the defense drop. Ooh. Do they want to muck around? Do they want to? Now, Overquill mainly came for the thingamajig, the Zamazenta Crown. So it's not the end of the world here if I lose it. Defensive Headlong Rush will get the KO. What if it's like... Well, it's offensive, obviously, isn't it? Headlong Rush is a roll to KO us. 78%. It'd have to be an absolute min roll. So I'm just going to go for my Liquidation here, just in case it goes for the spin. It does go for the spin. I just want to get rid of this. Yeah, so we are going to get the KO on the Great Tusk. Thankfully, I'm glad to see the back of that. Toxic Spikes would be good for the Lunala, so I'm just going to go for the Toxic Spikes, as they do go for the Terra. Does this thing outspeed me? I'm not pretty sure it's a lower speed, isn't it? Yes, this is base 44 and base 85. I don't have any speed investment because I just wanted to go fully physically defensive. So it will not be outspeeding us, but I'll get the Toxic off. This means they have to go into Tinkaton or Zapdos next. And they just go for the Fickle Beam. Nasty plot. There it is. Okay. So now this means I get my damage on it. Do I get my damage on it? Yeah, I get my damage on it. I know it's got Regenerator, but Iron Treads can scare this thing out. Jesus, that does nothing. Fickle Beam. And yeah, they get the KO. But again, this thing is scary, so yeah. It's one of the best Terras to be drafting. If you're looking for like a low tier Terra. Well, I say low tier, it's going up in price a lot of the time. So the only thing I can do here is go into Treads and Earthquake. So Earthquake is going to do a whopping 77. They could KO me with an Earth Power. So I've just got to go in for my damage. Hopefully I can scare this out. I really don't care if the Zapdos comes in. Like, I really don't. I've just got to go for the Earthquake. That's all I can do here. So we're going to be booster speed. And yeah, like I said, I'm just clicking Earthquake on this because it's scary. I would like to just get massive damage off on it. And we're going to go for the Earthquake. Do we get like a crit? Jesus, that did nothing. And they're going to Fickle Beam. Okay. So that's going to be very invested in defense to be able to have lived that. Ice Spinner will not KO. Knockoff will not KO. This is silly, but I've got to go for another Earthquake. The Zapdos is coming in, isn't it? But I can't afford to let this thing just be in. Can I? I've got to go for the Earthquake. I hate myself for doing this. Yeah, here comes the Zapdos. I should have just gone for the Ice Spinner or even the Knock. Sailor, Saturn, that's going to be the Zapdos. Yeah. I mean, that was so painfully obvious, yet here I am still just... Hey, I scared the Hydrapple out. That was what I needed to do. Just going to go for the Ice Spinner here. And we'll get a good amount of damage off. And I don't think... I probably got Heat Wave actually, isn't it? I was about to say I couldn't get the static. Damn. That is annoying. And it does go for the Heat Wave. Yes, that's going to be a Dead Treads. So, I don't even know if this thing is scarfed or not. I go Thunderous here and just drop a T-Bolt. I think that's my best bet. I'll get good damage off on this. Nothing really wants to come in and take a T-Bolt. I guess the Hydrapple could, but it'd get rid of the Toxic Spikes as well. So that would be a good switch for them. But it was very physically defensive based on the EQ damage, so I'm not going to get the KO with Thunderbolt here. But I'm just trying to get some more damage on this. And I can also find out if it's scarfed. If it's not scarfed, that is good to know. And we don't get the KO. They're going to discharge, which will get the KO. So, Zapdos being a very good bring here. An Icy Wind for the KO? Yeah. Icy Wind, Tinkaton could come in and take that, but it will be slower than me. Hydrapple could come in. Lunala could come in. Roaring Moon could come in. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Icy Wind. And yeah, we're just going to get the... We miss? What? Icy Wind. That's annoying. Watch them get the Paralysis as well. This turn I'm going to Hydro Pump. Because I would like to get rid of an incoming Hydrapple, potentially. At least this isn't a 6-0. And we're going to land the Hydro Pump this time. And then Roaring Moon can come in. And get its KO. Keldeo. Yeah, I just wanted to bring Life Orb Keldeo. Just because I hadn't brought Life Orb Keldeo. Like I said, there was nothing in it for me this game. Sailor Neptune. Who was Neptune? is the Hydrapple. So doing the right thing there and getting rid of the toxic spikes, so Lunala is then free to keep its ability thing. I can't remember what it's called. So the Jupiter, who are you? You were Tinkerton, and then the Roaring Moon's going to come in. And we missed the Hydro Pump. Sucks to be me. It really does. But there you go. And we are going to land this next Hydro Pump, which will not... It doesn't get the KO. Yeah, it's really annoying. But we're going to go down to Life Orb, damage, or recoil, so that means the Tink gets the KO. And now I have no way to get KOs on everything with a Choice Bandization. Yeah, so I brought Choice Bandization because Dash and Sceptile keep saying that Choice Bandization is the only set, and I'm quite annoyed that I'm going to be locked into a move here. So Ice Fang will KO this, Ice Fang will KO the Roaring Moon, Ice Fang will not KO the Hydrapple, and will not KO the Lunala. Play Rough will KO 3 out of 4 of those, but it will not KO. Yeah, look, I have no way to win this, so I'm just going to go for the Play Rough and watch me miss anyway. I don't miss. But yeah, like I said, there was nothing in this game for me because I was out of playoffs and I just brought things I wanted to bring. The miss, it sucked, but at the end of the day, nothing in it for me. So Sailor Neptune is going to be the Hydrapple, is it? Yeah. Can we get this super rare mega crit? Can we? The super duper giga mega crit. That actually does a lot of damage. And we get the attack drop, and it does a Terra Blast. We might live this. If we get the crit next time, we might actually be in here. And actually, the moon outspeeds us anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm just going to go for the player off again because I've got no other choice. And we do not get the crit. They will not miss the Terra Blast. Yeah, so GG's to Maki. That means Maki has secured her playoff spot. And I think one of the other spots is up for contention based on who wins their game. Because, yeah, they're playing each other to see who gets in. So GG to Maki. Really, really threatening team. It was just, honestly, I don't know how we let Maki draft this team. It is just on steroids. But yeah, well done to her. She did really well. And I am officially out of the UPA, but you can keep watching the other leagues. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed.